the biggest Warzone event ever, with $1.2 million on the line. World Series of Warzone in London took place just last week, where we saw Team Biffle absolutely dominate, and I mean dominate, and take home $100,000 for themselves in the trios, and Skullface took home $100,000 for himself in the intense solo YOLO battle. These players are the best in the game right now in Warzone, so I thought I'll share with you the loadouts that they use to win at a $1.2 million LAN. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright people, so we're here. These are the loadouts. So, first of all, the most common sub that was used is the Lockman sub. Now, this has been in the meta for, I'd say, 2 seasons now. But recently with, I think, Season 5 Reloaded, the stock, the FT mobile stock got a little bit of a buff. And I think the Lockman Pulsar wasn't also used before. I think it was the Falcon. Yeah, the Falcon barrel, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the two main changes on this. But I'll run you through it anyway. The whole class up. Biffle mainly used this, and Biffle is, yeah, he's just cracked. I'm going to be honest. He's really good. And yeah, I think he was definitely a favorite to win the trios anyway. His team. Yeah, the barrel on the Lockman sub for Warzone, which we're going to be running, is the Lockman Pulsar, and I've got it tuned all the way to recoil steadiness and almost all the way to aim and sight speed. I'm going to quickly throughout this whole video, guys. Just pause it anywhere where you need to. This is the laser, the VLK laser 7MW, sprint to fire speed and aim and sight speed. The stock is the FT mobile stock. I've got it tuned to aim and sight speed and aim walking speed. Got the 40 round mag, and then finish off the class is the hollow point ammunition, tuned almost all the way to damage range and tuned almost all the way to recoil steadiness. Now, the Cronin Scroll has been the meta for ARs in Warzone for I don't know how many seasons. They've nerfed it like 20 million times, and somehow it still ends up being the most dominant. But recently in Season 5 Reloaded, the Cast-Off 762 got a nice little buff, and it's seen itself creep slowly into the meta, and was probably the most predominantly used weapon in World Series of Warzone. And again, players like Biffle, Sage, they were using this gun a lot, and is a really good class. Shoots pretty straight, does a lot of damage, good for medium range, long range, and even close range as well. It's quite mobile, I think more mobile than the Cronin Skull was. And this is the class setup. So for the muzzle, it's the Sack and Tread 40. The tunings is all the way to recoil stabilization, all the way to recoil control. Just tuning it for straight beams. And then the barrel, the Kaz 10 584mm barrel, tune that all the way to recoil steadiness and tune that all the way to damage range. Again, the optic, one of the most personal preference things you can use. I personally, on this weapon, like using the SZ Recharge DX. A lot of people like using the Aim Up 4. Whatever you want to run, you can run it. But I like to tune it towards aim on sight speed and far. Again, simple 40 round mag because you want more bullets. And then to finish off, the F-Tac Ripper 56, probably the best underbarrel in the game. Recoil stabilization and almost aim and idle stability for that. And finally, a weapon that a lot of people aren't too fond of. It came into the meta, and it's the Signal 50, right? The Signal 50, we've seen wsow, Breadman, that team was very prominent. I think there was a tournament before the World Series of Warzone, like a little practice LAN or practice online tournament, something like that. And they won with flying colors because of this weapon. A lot of people said it ruined the meta. I personally don't mind it because it's quite fun to use, but in a World Series of Warzone setting, I could see how it could be annoying. But anyway, the Signal 50, it's a very powerful weapon, and it's very useful in ranked play as well. I've used it quite a lot and is quite fun. And this is the class setup you want to run. So, the muzzle is the Bruin L40 Cobra, and you want to tune that all the way to aim on sight, all the way to bullet velocity. The barrel is the 29-inch TV Kilo 50, tune that all the way to recoil steadiness, all the way to damage range. Ammunition, the 50 cal high velocity, tune that all the way to damage range, all the way to bullet velocity. The rear grip, I have the SA Finesse grip, tune that all the way to aiming idle stability, all the way to aim on sight speed. And then for the optic, I like the Schlanger night view just because when people try to smoke themselves off when you're sniping them from, from a fair distance, you can a lot of the time see through the smoke. And I've got that tuned all the way to far and then all the way to flinch resistance. So when people are shooting at you, your sniper's flinching the least amount as possible, so you can, really hit those shots. And yeah, they're like the most meta guns. They were the guns that I've seen people using the most. People running rank play. It's just the most dominant loadouts right now. And it helped, like I said, it helped Skullface win the solo YOLO. And it helped Team Biffle, which was Biffle, Sage, and Shifty, win the trios and World Series of Warzone. Congrats to obviously all of those guys. They played really well, won some life-changing money. I'm sure gained a loads of new fans, and they got to, at the end of the day, promote and show their talent on the biggest stage in Warzone. So yeah, these guys are the best loadouts in Warzone right now for rank play. Ashika Island, Vondel, whatever you want to call it. If it's Warzone, these are the best, most meta attachments, tunings, and guns. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm going to show you guys a bit of the best bits of the World Series of Warzone if you guys missed it, or if you just want to relive it again. Here it is here. Make sure you guys subscribe, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time. One almond. Come on, almond.
You want to play this hyper-aggressive playstyle. You got Smixy on the other side. Almond's going to try to win this. Where do you go from here? The rotation's going to be tough for Tommy.
Where's that nade, bro? We got a nade.
They're going to have to scope it out. We'll see if he can win it.
Yes, almond. Let's go. Come on. I want these lot to get seconds. Come on. Come on, Tommy.
Add it to the tally because they are just trying to pull away from that fourth place squad. Team Deuce, Amir, and Soka not able to catch a break here in map number 6, but if they go down here, it will open the door for teams to pass them.
The opportunity for TBE to make it to second place completely depends on Hisoka and Mayapo staying alive in this moment. Going down with 0 eliminations is so uncharacteristic of Hisoka. I can't even believe that it could happen. We'll see. Shifty playing maybe playing with his food a little bit. I think they knocked Bino and then let himself revive and then killed him outright. Wanted to make sure they weren't going to get picked off by a third party. We take a look at our zone here. Of course, everybody's moved outside of the majority of the hydroelectric, creeping down towards caves. And Tiff, we might be seeing another water zone.
Oh, Shifty's weak.
Tommy and Almond hunting down Empathy.
Here we go.
Almond on 10. TBE is going huge. Doesn't matter what weapons in his hand. DBZ's in their way. Almond shooting bodies.
Do you blame them, though? They get a durable gas mask, they get their squad together, and they take out 2 members that were likely close to them on the leaderboard. Tommy does not have a flare. 5 eliminations, typically anchoring for this squad.
If they want a chance to take down Team Hisoka, they have to stay alive. They need the 1.6 and the 1.8
They're tied.
multiplier. Look at that scoreboard on the right-hand side. Team Biffle likely your winners, but second place is a complete toss-up. 2 teams at 129.4, 2 teams vying for second, but Deus Amir...
Biffle's team are just dominating, man. It's crazy.
Shifty. This team is moving on all cylinders. The team at the top is going to remain there at 100.
Hisoka's the only one left alive from his team.
They breach 200 points on land.
There is a possibility as we get into that multiplier.
Oh my god.
Soka able to find another one, but he's only on 2 eliminations with 13 squads remaining. We are
Skullface
into
alive.
those upper multipliers, but is going to be difficult.
Biffle versus Hisoka.
Unbelievable. 11 teams left. Many of our top squads still alive. Third place walks away with $65,000, but first place is $100,000. And second at 80K. We're likely witnessing not only history, but a fight for $15,000 for second and third place. Skullface in the water with the attack. Siege goes down. EU Ghost goes massive. An opening for TBE and others to creep in. Where are they? Where can they be found? Shifty still up. 7 eliminations picking up. Louis. No. Another knock from distance.
King AJ
is out of here.
Oh my god, bro. Biffle's team is going off, bro.
If we can just get a moment, and there it goes. 4 squads remaining, and look who's got the high ground. It's not Anakin, it's Biffle. Unable to necessarily spot them, but as that circle starts to shift, Shifty back up on his feet. Biffle still the south front, and there he goes. The push on to
GG's, man. And they finish off the trios by winning the game as well.
Number 6 and a $100,000 World Series of Warzone Global Final Champions.
Team Biffle, go get your trophy. You earned it, and you earned it in style. A massive victory and a ton of points with a ton of cash.
That trophy has been staring at everyone all day, centered in the middle of all of our 150 players. But now it is going to be Biffle and Co.
This was unbelievable. An absolute domination from Team Biffle. There were so many people that watched them in the World Series. Stage 1, Stage 2, and they said they couldn't do it. They didn't have the Kim. They were all Slayers. No one was willing to do the dirty work. Shifty has had this mark on his name, a chip on his shoulder, and he has proved it on land that he can do it here, he can do it anywhere. Team Biffle are your champions.
If I was on stream, I was on stream.
Just nestled on the right side of a loadout. Noobs in the distance. He just has to check.
Crack shields, cracks it again, Noobs goes down.
Does have a self-res though. Not sure if it's gonna be worth pushing here. He's gonna do it anyways.
Incredible.
Goodbye, Noobs.
Grabs another elimination and is kind of risking himself on the edge of zone. I will say for the people at home, if you can't hear the copper box, they're not delineating between NA and EU as much as they're delineating between people playing with riot shields and people not.
Oh my god.
DJ Moss, man. Dandro's pick to win. The Wheels first pick to win will go out. Biffle is enacting vengeance all alongside of the outer circle. So here's the deal.
Biffle's dead.
Stunned.
Yeah, Biffle's dead. Yeah, Biffle died to the nades. Wow. He's hiding a new zone. Yeah, that's good, that's good.
Just gonna stay alive.
Honestly, I would burn through the durable. Z-Smith is underneath him. He was trying to bait it out, but the rotation comes in and he just runs straight into a member. He's gonna be able to go through that with the third party.
Oh, I didn't die it.
Able to go through. Z-Smith though, last alive from that building. We are into
Spaz, stay alive. Spaz in the final 10. Come on, Spaz. Spaz, please, bro, for me. For me, bro. I said please for me, bro. Win this, bro. Please. Spaz, bro. 100k, man. This is life changing. Come on. All you gotta do is just live. Live. Yes, 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 yes. Kill him. Oh. Yes, Spaz. Yes. And someone else got wiped from that. Nice. Nice. Come on, Spaz. Come on. Composure, bro. Let them kill each other. Oh my god.
Breadman is out of place. Dream looking like the smartest player.
Spaz, please.
If Bread could pull this off with a PA in hand, it's just a matter of trying to get it off in time. But with no place, he's in trouble.
Spaz, just chill. Just chill.
Skullface, Tiff, you're not out of it yet.
Don't jinx me, bro. Don't jinx me. Benzie down below.
Please, Spaz. Please, bro.
Bread and authorized as well. The
Alright, can I tell us light on?
someone will have 100k at the end of this match.
Spaz, no. No.
Can't escape.
Unlucky, bro.
Skullface prone.
Damn, man.
Out of the line of sight, Bread tanking zone. Now, Skull has to use the gas mask. It's okay though.
Benzie's a free kill, but Skullface doesn't want to fully.
Skullface or Breadman should win this. A Skullface is the only player that doesn't have a right shield. Skullface should win this.
How is he still alive? Authorized in the bush.
You see him. You see him. You see him.
Just yet.
Skullface has an opportunity here.
He
A
wants him to
gift from Sage could take him all the way to 100k. He takes the shots unauthorized, potentially weak. Breadman down below as well.
Oh, he's gonna knock one. Come on, get the one. Get the one. You've got to go in onto Breadman. He's going to knock.
Skullface won it. No way.
Skullface wins 100k and the solo.
And Sage let him win.
Go get your check, my friend. 100.
Skullface won it.